Hey everybody, we are actually
Well, I've been sitting here on this dock by the bay, watching my blue skies turn to gray. Didn't know if I should run or stay, so I pulled up Mike's weather page, 'cause Mike's weather page, you know he's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away. Well, I admit that I had one or a few, 'cause I was down and I was feeling blue. But then I clicked on Mike's fan page. I saw all my friends, now I'm okay. It's Mike's weather page, you know he's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away. We all know Mike's a real fun guy. He'll track the storms as they blow by. But when the drunk donkey comes out to play, Miss Julie, take his phone away, 'cause Mike's weather page, you know it's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away.
I'm not sure what the gusts are, but
well, there's Louie and her too. No telling what they're gonna do.
I think we're
you know it's got more than 1 million fans. Yeah, 'cause now Mike's weather page, you know it's got
trying to keep the camera from getting wet.
Mike's weather page is only a click or two away. Mike's weather page, you know it's got the news to keep you safe. Mike's weather page is only a click or two away. Yeah.
All right, what's up, everybody? Good morning. I never caught that "yeah" at the end of that song. Yeah. I put Louis' hat on today. It kind of makes his head look big, but it's cute, I guess. Good morning, everybody. What's up? This is our Tuesday edition, Taco Tuesday. We are heading to tacos tonight at our favorite little joint called the Oldsmar Tap House. And this is a little bit once the fall comes around. But we're always talking. Yeah, I got you, Shelly. It's only like 2 times this year that I've done that. That's pretty good. I'm a one-man band. Production crew, director crew. I am the host. Louis' hat makes Louis' head candy. I need some coffee, I reckon, huh? So anyway, we're streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So good morning to everybody. And our thoughts are definitely with everybody down in South Florida here. West Coast Florida is still recovering. It's going to be a long road of recovery. So we're not forgetting about you at all. Trust me. We know it's rough down there. Not good at all. What's up, Dale? What's up, Mike Reynolds? Jennifer loves you. You got a girlfriend, Louie. Sandy from Titusville. Good morning, Tammy. What's up? Sean from Massachusetts. We got John over from Port St. Lucie on the YouTube side. Florida Land Shark. Ooh, I like the Land Shark. Lillian over there from Odessa. I used to race RC cars at the flea market in Odessa. Good morning, Skylar. Good morning, Trevor. New Smyrna Beach. A lot of flooding over New Smyrna Beach. Tammy, pretty cool. What's up, Northport? Rebecca. Richard from Destin. What's up? Good morning, South Georgia. All right, well, let's talk a little bit. So as we mentioned, obviously, Hurricane Ian, still major pain in the arse for many folk. But we'll keep talking weather, bring you the dogs, Might need a jacket, Mike, if you're living in Florida. It's a camel toe forecast for Florida, if you saw my picture. Socks and flip-flops this weekend. Oh, anyway. So our Daily Brew, this is our tradition here, brought to you by our good friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, located here in great state of FLA, sunny Florida. And as I mentioned yesterday, a lot of their stores were in the Fort Myers area that definitely got affected. I drove by one there, Charlotte Harbor even. So I'm sure a lot of employees there at ABC are dealing with Ian still. But we'd like to thank them for their support of our page for so many years. And we have a lot of great supporters. We'll mention them out throughout the day. Here's what we got to talk about. Look at there. We got a circle. Louie, want me to let you down, buddy? He's such a ham. I cannot believe I haven't got anybody to pick up on him and be my little marketing partner. He is alive. He's a real dog, man. He's just chill. I've trained him. He's a chill dog. Love him. All right, so we got something on the radar. It's called Invest 93. All right, we're going to talk about Invest 93. Nothing to worry about in the States, at least. We got a lot of people down in Mexico watching, but it looks like this thing's going to hover down there, and I'm going to show you why. The BOC is the Bay of Campeche, the lower Gulf. I know I say BOC all the time, but it's the lower Gulf. It's easier than typing the whole thing out. So it's the lower Gulf of Mexico, the BOC. Oh my goodness, yeah, yesterday was 4-year anniversary of Michael. I do know that. I didn't want to share too much from that. It was bad memories for a lot of folks. So, right, what's up, Eric? Good morning. Good morning, Kitty. Good morning from Eagle Lake, Angie. Charlotte, North Carolina. I got cousins that live there, Kay, and my aunt and uncle. Beautiful area, Charlotte. Love it. Very oldish, kind of southern charm. So anyway, yeah. All right. So the remnants of Julia, really odd. The mountains kind of broke it up, and we ended up with two vorticities here. I shared yesterday. We were looking at that big water precipitable map that showed the rotation down there, almost like a central. They call it a CAG, a Central American gyre. And look at that, we got 60% chance. It's called Invest 93. Can you believe it? Yep, it's happening. I got good satellite imagery here. Weather Nerds also. This is NOAA's satellite. Almost looks the same here. A little bit, that same outflow look. Ian had a little bit. It's bubbling away. The BOC that is very famous for whipping up tropical systems quick because of the curvature of the land, the way the airflow is, the dynamics of that area spins up systems quick. And man, it is bubbling away. You can see that clear as day. So this thing's bubble, 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 bubble. Jimmy Buffett would be proud. Bubble, bubble, bubble. So we have a big bad cold front coming down this week. It's going to actually induce like a subtropical jet stream. And it's not tilted enough to allow any lift. When we have lift, it actually can help pick up a system and turn it. But this one is not going to have any lift. It's actually going to squash our system and keep it in the BOC and maybe even bring it back south a little bit. So that's been the trend from last. Like we were showing this last week. Now the models last week were confused, but it definitely showed the idea that this thing was going to get pulled up into the Gulf like it has been. So props to the models, props to the icon. Props to the future track of this thing. It does not appear it's going to be entering the Gulf. So that is very consistent. Can say that with good confidence at this point. There's really no models showing this going up into the States. So I know a lot of folks are nervous about it. There's been a lot of storms in the past that have done that, but not this time it appears. So that's good news. And ironically, Julia now is a new system also in the Pacific at 10%. There's remnants of Julia on the Pacific side. So the mountains of Central America indeed tore her up, man. She got ripped to shreds. And And boom, we got 2 systems now. So got actually the northern vorticity remained healthier than the southern vorticity, but it is on both sides of the Central America there. So that's what we got. Let's look. So we found out about satellite radar yesterday, Miss Shelley. I have it on my site, but let's take a look. I don't know why we haven't used this in the past. It's pretty good. Satellite radar is not too bad. It's not 100% as accurate as, land satellite, but it's not bad. So here's the current look. So there you go. That's the moisture bubble is definitely over land or over water. Very little over land right now. So you don't have to worry about too much heavy rain right now with that. So the models have not been too aggressive with this. So I did update the website. Tropical Tidbits will have the spaghetti models soon. We do have our first run of spaghetti models. Remember, these take some time to... cheers, by the way. Shelly, I said that yesterday. I got my Halloween stuff about done. Oh my God, I'm so excited. It looks so cool. I actually got goosebumps yesterday thinking about going up back. I saw David Berryhill. He met me there. But going to Gatlinburg for cold weather. I don't know what it is. All right, so here's the initial run of spaghetti models. They take a little bit of time to get into the computer system. So usually, I'm reluctant to post them when they first come out because they're usually just your BAM. Well, now they're the tab suite. They used to be called BAM, but there you go. But you can still see the initial thinking is this thing's going to get squashed by that approaching front this week. This front, we've been talking a lot about this front. And again, it's a whole different setup. This front's coming in a little bit more like this. Not allowing any sort of a lift, so that there's high confidence in that subtropical jet stream. So there's that. The Weather Nerds has got all their stuff updated now. Matt's site, we love Weather Nerds, really bubbling. I mean, look at this sucker, man. The DNA of Julia is coming back. This is like so fitting for Halloween, right? Julia technically died. And is coming back to life. Jennifer. I know that. I got to check that weather page out, Shelly. I had a good plan today to go take a shower, relax, and then all of a sudden we had Invest 93. Then I had to get into like storm mode and update the app. I had to send out our Texas to our Cat 5 subscribers. I had to update the app with, I did a push notification. I had to update the website. So I'm like, man, we just said things were quiet 2 days ago. But anyway. My truck, Michelle, still sitting at the Dimmitt Chevrolet graveyard. I'm trying hard to get a motor. I can't get rid of it. You know what did it in for me? This is what did it in for me. My redneck Storm Chaser shirt. Because it's got the truck on there. So I looked at Bradenton Herald today. I was born in Bradenton, right? Check this out. Bradenton.com shared an article about Jim Cantori coming to Tampa Bay. And look. Our local weather blogger, Mike Bullen, and they shared this on the Bradenton newspaper. So I got to keep the truck. All right. So there's our system. The only model really showing any sort of development. Cancun, we're going to watch this. Adam, great question. All right, so let's see where this thing's going. Let's talk seriously now about this. All right, so this is one of these watching real-time deals because when I said BOC doing BOC things, it's because storms down here typically get going quicker because of the climatology of the land. The basic wind flows. So we don't really have a well-defined center yet, but just this whole curvature of this bay really spins up things fast. So the NAC is up to 60% now. Some of the individual model runs, let's take a look at that real quick. So the models don't have a good hold on things. This is, like I said, this is one of those kind of watching real-time scenarios. The Icon was the only one doing it, but we know that we love the Icon. We're the only weather page that's ever talked about the Icon years ago. 2 years now, it's been a really good model, and it did a really good job with Ian. So we're going to tropicaltidbits.com here. You can run all these model runs. Here's the Icon latest, and you can see the 6Z, and there's a little bit of chance. 1009, 1006, 1004, 1004. So the main theme that I've been seeing more than anything, it's going to be weak. Okay. The good news is there's really no models showing any sort of strong system, but it does have 3 days over the water, and it could be tricky. I'm telling you right now, not tricky as far as track goes, tricky as far as developing quicker than the models, because BOC does BOC things. Bradley Wolf was born in Bradenton. How about that? Hey, and you live in Claremont. Well, guess what? So does my aunt. Jeannie watches sometime. My cousin, too. Hurricane season is not over yet. Unfortunately, October is a busy month for the Southeast, especially Florida. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Janice. I'm reading comments. Cold fronts are coming. Yep. All right, so Icon, boom. There you go. Other models, Canadian, not really showing anything. But if it did, it kind of keeps it down here. We can see that vorticity with the Canadian. Canadian shows this thing. When our system came across, look at this. It hit the high mountains of Central America, broke off in two. And look, two little signatures there of spinach, Canadian on the Pacific, Canadian in the bay there. But there again, it kind of pushes it back down, this strong upper level winds. So the Canadian pushes it back into Mexico on Friday. The Euro, again, showing the same thing. There's our system, splits up, turns into one big Central American gyre, and basically the dominant now is the bay, and it kind of drifts it. So, here's the theme. This general area right here, our system, the Canadian and the Euro, brings it back down south. So, a little bit of vorticity on that latest Euro showing up pretty well, actually. So the Euro's picking up on the idea that it's going to develop. But look how this thing came across. Isn't that amazing? Would you just look at that? Boom. Big old broad low pressure system yesterday. CAG. And then boom. So there's that. I don't even want to show the GFS, but there's the GFS. Blah, blah, same thing. All right, GFS, of course, goes north. But it's very weak. But a GFS shows this for Thursday. Two distinct little vorticities. Nothing strong. GFS shows a little bit of rain. No, GFS doesn't even show rain going to Texas. So Texas, I don't know. A lot of people in Texas wondering what the heck you might get out of this. And right now, nothing. We're not going to look at long range. Yesterday there was a fantasy cane. I must have had 100 people in South Carolina nervous yesterday. I don't know what the heck run it was. There was one run to the GFS. If you ever want to scare the Dickens or the Dickens, scare the heck. I don't know the word. What word am I thinking of? Scare. If you ever want to be a fear mongerer, just share any random GFS run, and it'll guarantee to spit out a hurricane from Texas to Maine. And if you watch the GFS this year as much as we have, you would know that the GFS has been wrong 9 out of 10 times. So that's it. Let's see if we got any HWRF yet. Nothing yet. So we're going to wait patiently. The HWRF is going to pop in some individual runs. So at this point, it's mainly a rainmaker. Here's what it looks like close on the Icon. I don't think we get any closer than that. But there you go. Rain. So this would be Thursday. So it's, good idea here. 2 days from now, hanging in the bay of Campeche. I say Peachy. And it drifts back south again. So very high confidence. And you know what? There's 3 models showing southern Mexico. This would be Saturday morning. Very likely. So it's going to have a few days of fester out there. This is going to be tricky, though. I'm telling you. You know what? I think we have the chance that this thing could become a stronger Karl. Just based on, the area down there. I don't know. Maybe the shear still might mess it up. I don't know. But I don't know, man. I'm telling you, we could see another little sneaky hurricane pop up down there. It's in that little lower pocket of shear, lowering shear here in the bay. So we'll see. But anyway, we'll get a PTC soon. By the way, they'll have to issue a PTC if they believe this thing's going to organize. So look for that. A PTC is a potential tropical cyclone, and that means they'll issue a cone. And it would be a goofy looking cone, let me tell you what. It would be an odd little cone. It would be something like this. If we had a cone, it would be like, God, how would they even draw this thing? Well, the 5-day would be here, and then they would be like that. It would probably be. It would look like that. So there's your unofficial cone, your 5-day cone. All right, there's that. Let's look at the old UK model real quick, and then we'll look at some ensembles just to show everybody's kind of jumped on board with the UK. UK was a forgotten model last year. Used to be one of the best. Now people are back on it again. I kind of forgot about it too. Actually, it was one of our fans said, "Hey, what about the UK?" I'm like, "Oh, I forgot about the UK." But it's showing basically low pressure dipping back into Mexico. So that's it. I mean, I'm not going to, The only surprise would be if a stronger system Thursday, Friday with a landfall maybe Saturday. That would be it. UK, weak system. There's going to be a lot of wind shear above. Icons still shows them the most chances that we could have any organization. And yes, that's my dog snoring. So, there you go. 29 knots. But that, again, we got to worry about last second. But there you go. All right, that's enough about that. And again, timing would be Friday, Saturday on a landfall down south again. All right. So what do you think about that? What about other areas? Well, let's talk about some things. So this time of year, we you got to worry about October, the egg of uncertainty. Douglas says those BOC storms, don't they? Why would anybody show the GFS? Local weatherman showed the GFS. Nothing's presently in the Atlantic, Karen. How about that? We got a tropical wave coming your way, Karen. Right here, see it? That's what I was going to talk about. Tropical wave. So here's what we got. Let's take a look at this map here. We got a little tropical wave brewing. Nothing organized, but it's there. This is a tropical wave. We got another tropical wave. We showed these yesterday. Let's go back to surface charts right here. There they are. So we got tropical wave. This is 48 hours. This is not today. This is tomorrow. So this is tomorrow. This would be Wednesday. All right. So if we were to look down the road, if you wanted to see things, Bill Barber, nope, sitting in the graveyard. What's up, Yohel Diaz? What's the countdown to the cruise, buddy? Can't wait. Good morning from South Carolina, Carrie. Gonna be cold this weekend. We're gonna show you that. Not repaired yet. Ugh. So I got a golf cart. That's my mode of transportation right now. All right, so if we were to look at any areas down the road, all right, obviously it all depends a lot on fronts, the dip of the jet stream, a lot of factors. But tropical waves this time of year can end up sparking tropical development. So, we're never taking our eyes off of the tropics in October, for sure. October's still, unfortunately, a busy month. Nothing's showing up, but we still have tropical waves. We're getting a lot of cold fronts. There's a big cold front coming down next week that could induce a little bit more tilt in the jet stream. And anytime that happens, you get a little more chance, of anything, right now we got a subtropical jet that's kind of going to block our system. But next week we could see more of a typical cold front style, like we saw the steering currents with Ian, and that's where we watch for any sort of system that tries to brew here that would be allowed to pull northward. So that's where you watch. You watch cold fronts, timing, and tropical waves this time of year. And sometimes old fronts can linger the tails of fronts. So, nothing's showing. Good news. I just want to put it out there. People keep typing on it. The season's over, but I don't want anybody to be caught off guard. We're still technically somewhere about right here. So there's still a long way to go till, maybe another 3 weeks. It seems like early November, we had Ada a couple years ago. That was a pretty nasty little tropical storm. Sandy. So it can happen. But right now, nothing's showing. So that's good news. That's the main thing to talk about. But remember how Ian formed. And I posted that long-range global tropics map. It showed nothing. I'm like, hey, going camping, going to Talladega. And then the next day, we had a sneaky little wave, basically somewhere around here, made its way and got picked up by the models. So that's all. We'll just see how that goes. Upper level steering currents. I'll show you a couple things on that. It's pretty cool. Spaghetti models are slowly coming out for Invest 93. The subtropical jet stream here is kind of neat to look at. We have strong upper level winds above, which will help prevent this thing from turning. Here it is. This is the Euro for Friday. You can see this 2 jets basically. This is a really strong subtropical jet. Comes from the south. It's like a secondary jet stream, but it dips down in the Gulf and doesn't allow any sort of motion upwards. So this is very strong jet stream pattern this week coming up Friday. So showing up very well. There you go. As far as our front coming, we do have a pretty feisty little front. So the Storm Prediction Center showing this today. Storms brewing today. Look at that. So there you go. There's the beginning of our front. Hot and cold are mixing way north. No tornado chance, mainly wind, a little hail, but it's, thunderstorms. Tomorrow, it moves down closer to the southeast. This is Wednesday. Thursday, not showing anything down here quite yet. Still got my eye on it, but there's our front. Basically, our frontal line on Thursday is going to look like this. So there's our frontal line on Thursday. Good news is on Friday, definitely on Saturday, we have a very nice forecast coming to play. So that's really good. Here's what the front's going to look like. Let's take a look real quick. Couple things. We'll look at the 7-day. I can't wait to share my Halloween decorations for you guys. I just go nuts. I love it. Bring on the sweater weather. Leslie, yeah, I've been known to do some crazy things on the golf cart. I didn't get to take it to Talladega this year because we were... maybe Dale Jr. is watching, Bill Barber. Liz, we will have a great cruise. There we go. Shelly's got the official timer. 153 days. Dad man walking the truck, I don't know. I did get water in it, but it also had a really bad lifter issue, and I don't think the water was everything. It was a little bit everything. I believe Florida man, yeah, Saharan dust is still out there, believe it or not, but we're really not looking at the Atlantic this time of year. The Atlantic, what we're worried about is what we saw with Ian, and that would be a wave that sneaks past that Saharan dust. So nothing's really expected. The Saharan dust is really an Atlantic phenomenon that prevents waves from organizing and get those classic Cape Verde style systems that come across the Atlantic. Once we get into the homegrown season around the Caribbean time, we worry about little waves and old fronts that linger. And then, of course, steering patterns. But, tropical waves this time of year that enter the Caribbean are definitely what we watch. And that could... So the Saharan dust isn't a huge factor. We still look at the MJO. The MJO is really big at the beginning of the season and the end of the season. And I haven't looked at it in a while, but we do have a pretty healthy... Ooh. Not good. We do have a healthy signal here that the MJO is going to be sticking around. That's not good. So we talk about the MJO all the time. And this is a weather phenomenon that allows uprising air patterns that help brew tropical systems and convection. So when you have a green, it means it's easier for thunderstorms to form. When you have oranges and yellow, it means it's sinking air, and sinking air helps squash tropical and thunderstorm activity. So haven't even looked at this in a while. Man, I'm like numb like everybody else. I mean, not that it means anything, but man, real strong signaling here. This is Michael Ventron's site. Wow. I might be storm chasing in a U-Haul. So anyway, but the dust map, there is a big plume that came off since you asked there, sir. Here's where we're at. There is a big old chunk. This is current look right now. This is dusty dry air. But, you know, as we're looking here, you know, this little guy has escaped that dusty dry air. And we'll see if anything happens. This one's a low rider. So, not over yet. Here's your frontal line system I wanted to talk about. Pop out. All right, so here is tomorrow. So tomorrow we have an old lingering front that backs up, and we're going to have increased rains across southeast Florida. That's mainly your summertime. It's going to be almost 90 in Florida today, by the way. Yucky, yucky, yucky. Hey, thanks for the stars, Melissa. Appreciate that, Linda. They add up. One piston at a time. Linguini fronts. Million stars for me. I'll go out there. I'll block it. Oh, Stephanie says that her daughter follows me on Instagram. Oh my goodness. I'll try to behave over there. Yeah, the socks. I don't wear socks and flip flops. I've tried that. It's very uncomfortable. But anyway. There's no way it's coming to Florida. That one, correct. Harvey, I doubt it. Don't worry. Don't worry about Maria's on a bicycle. Well, hey, at least you ride a bicycle. I should probably be riding a bicycle too. Jeffrey says 153 days. I got it, man. That first cocktail is going to taste so good. Yeah, it's 91 today, Eric. So yeah, the heat's back. So this is tomorrow. Rains. Anytime you get an approaching front, right? I'm going to show you a temperature map. It gets warm and muggy. This is tomorrow. So heat returns. But on Thursday, here's that frontal line already making its way down to Texas. You know, heavier rains on Thursday across the Florida Peninsula. Some on the East Coast. Friday, that sucker's going to be all the way through Florida already. And cooler air is coming in behind. We got a big push from another front. So Friday, the front's through. It's going to be down in the Bahamas, lower Florida Friday. Saturday, look at that. Almost through the Bahamas. And clear skies for almost everybody. Low temperatures in the low 80s at least on Saturday. I mean, that's the only good news, right? When I talk about cold fronts, I'm automatically excluding South Florida. So I will warn South Florida. We'll have a special code. If I wear a hat, if I'm wearing a hat, that means I'm including South Florida because they have their own weather down there. And then Sunday, more of the same. Here's that big bad cold front coming down next week. Another one could mess up the jet stream a little bit, maybe. We'll see. There's no tropical development on any future models, so I'm not going to talk about that. Let's talk about temperatures real quick, and then there's a couple other things I want to show on the long-range tropics map. Let's look at temperatures real quick, just for fun. This kind of shows you what's cooking out there. High temperatures today. You can see 90s in Florida all the way through the state. 90s in Texas. 90s and 80s. Tomorrow, look at Texas. Might even hit hundreds in Texas tomorrow. Maybe hundreds. Upper 90s, though, in Texas. Yuck. Here's Thursday. Our front's starting to show a little bit here. A little bit of cool down in Florida. Friday. Here's Saturday. These are high temperatures, by the way. Let's go back to low temperatures. I just want to show how hot it was going to be the next 2 days. Got hundreds in Texas. But let's go to low temperatures. Now you can really see that front coming in. This is tomorrow. Here's that frontal line. Here's Thursday. Here's Friday. Here's Saturday. Sunday. Monday. Tuesday. Wednesday. Look at that. Even a bigger one next week. So we could have even a bigger front next Wednesday. Check this out. So I've been reading a lot about back-to-back fronts coming down. Look at this. This is next week, a week from Wednesday. Freezing temps, though, for a big chunk of pretty much the whole upper part of the U.S. here. North Carolina, freezing temperatures. This is next Wednesday. So another front comes down. And like I said, timing of those waves, we'll just have to watch it. But there you go. Cold weather, man. Fire pit time. I got wood. Y'all got wood? Cletus McFarland, a racer's name. Who's that? Never heard of him, Bill. I'll take a look. Yeah, Stephanie, let's hope it's cool. But you know, this pattern of cold fronts, though, we're kind of in this cool pattern. I'm telling you, it just seems like the fronts are coming down more and more. They were here all year, so I think the fronts are going to be here. This is next Wednesday, and this is a blend of models. This isn't even. I bet you the actual. No, this doesn't go out that far. Excuse me. About ready to choke up here. Yeah, it doesn't go down. It doesn't go that far yet. There's Monday, but we can still about 50s down in Monday. I mean, it's gonna be cold several days ahead, man. All right, let's go back to tropics real quick. We'll look at long range models here just for fun. Let's look at some stuff, some ensembles. Let's go look at weather nerds because there are a few Euro starting to show potential, but nothing solid yet. But I always talk about long range, at least on the website here. It's different than the general post. Our Daily Brew is weather family. We have some haters out there, but that's okay. Oh, Carrie. There you go. Now we're back to hurricanes again, so we should probably wear the hat because you just never know. Maybe we'll get a cruise hat for everybody this year. What was that? I'm on a cruise, or I'm on a boat. That's what we need, a shirt. I'm on a boat. There you go. All right, where the heck are we now? All right, so let me. All right, so there you go. So the long range Euros. Look at that. Good news, right? No confidence of anything popping up. The good news I wanted to show on this was how this is on weathernerds.org, by the way. It's a great site, and of course the clicking drives everybody bonkers. But here's the Euro. Here's our system Thursday. Still hovering. So Invest 93's got 2 days over the bay. I'm telling you, it could the way it's looking now, it could end up being a little more than a nothing little tropical storm. So definitely see this thing surprising everybody and become a little hurricane, Karl. But as far as the model, follow the flow here. I'm rewinding, but watch the Euro. They go up and then they go down. Here we go. Up, down. So high confidence, this thing. If anybody's trying to scare you and tell you that this is going to end up hitting the States, then don't believe it. I mean, there's always a chance, but there's not even one Ensemble model showing that, so I'm not going to jump in on that at all. I mean, I like to go out there and show everything, but there's nothing. Long range, there's a couple ensembles showing South Florida. I got to get my hat, I guess. All right, so this would be October 22nd. So there's a few ensembles showing up on the Euro, and I would bet this is either a lingering front or just tropical wave juice that gets pulled up. Nothing to worry about at all. At all. Just throwing it out there, down the road. There are a couple. And we can see some SpaghettiOs here, since we all love our spaghetti in the morning. Let's go to the Gulf of Mexico and look at SpaghettiOs and go down there. So here's, whatever. There's a couple of them. It's nothing. So, nothing right now. So that's good news, right? Yeah. Not seeing anything. So that's good. Hats off. Cruise control. I like that. So anyway, I don't know what else to say. Things are kind of quiet. Mary wants a pink XS. There you go. Maria says I need a glass of water. No, I'm ready. I'm going to take a nap today. I'm at that age where I'm officially allowed to take naps. Like an hour. Yeah, so what else? I'm reading comments. Rhonda's late to the party. It's okay. We don't want any hurricanes in October by the Bahamas, Renee says. Okay. I'll do what I can. Jean says her family's in Ohio. It's cold. Very cold. Very cold. Sorry, Bonnie Jim. I don't mean to. I know that's one thing Shelly says, but the website changes a lot. I don't know. I guess I could do one in the off season, like a navigation site. I don't know. My suggestion is just like get a 6-pack of your favorite beverage, Diet Dr. Pepper like my buddy Dennis, or Miller Lite like Mike over there, and just click all the buttons one day, and you'll be like me. Oh, I didn't even know I had that. And check this one out. This is a good one. Follow 93 on Zoom. This is a good one right here. I didn't even know I had it. I typed it this morning too. Follow 93 on Zoom, and look at that. We love Zoom Earth. There you go. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? That is so cool. There's a track, the data points of where it officially began or where it came from. It's tracking down here in Guatemala. The NHC had an X here, but it was legitimately split from Julia. And I'll go down saying that it's got Julia DNA in it. Karl has become Karl from Gene from Julia. And it's a good site, by the way. You can change all kinds of stuff on here. You can really look good, man. It's awesome. A bazillion things you can change. HD satellite. You can look at winds. It is really cool, man. It's awesome. It's the best thing ever. I don't know if we get an IR satellite, though. That would only make it better. I don't think we have an IR satellite. I don't think. Got rain. Nope, that's radar rain. Hot spots, more overlays. Let's see. Tropical storms, labels, borderlines. Anyway, look at that. There's a bazillion things on this Zoom Earth here. Oh, look at that. I actually tracked Julia. And pretty neat, isn't it? All right. Cool. I did get a new fire pit. Matter of damn fact, I hope I didn't order this. You ever do this? Think that you ordered something and you forgot? I hope I didn't forget. Let me make sure I ordered it. Arriving Thursday. This is the one I got. I just got an old traditional round one. I had a chimney last time. I didn't really like it. So this is the one I got. It's nothing fancy. I thought it'd be cool to have out there. This is the one I got ordered. It's simple. $60. You know why I like this one? Because here's the problem with the chimney. the belly's only so big. You ordered a 15-ounce sirloin, and your belly can only hold an 8-ounce. So I got all this wood wanting to put it somewhere, and it won't fit in there. And I shove that in there. So I like these fire pits because you could overlay the wood a little bit. And I have a nice little steps for my feet. And the 4 legs, I can balance it because where we put it, where our tree is, I need 2 bricks on the front because the elevation's a little cocked. So, shouldn't be saying that with wood, but I'm able to level it easier. And yeah, I'm excited. It's cheap, $59. But I like it because I can put the big wood in it. So I gave up on the chimney this year. I'm going with traditional round fire pit. It'll be here Thursday. God, I hate waiting. So we'll track future Karl here. Here's what it looks like. Look at that bubble, man. That's crazy intense. You can go to this website. Check this one out. This is oh goodness, I forget now. Where the hell is it? DuPage. And you can look at the satellite, and they have some awesome high resolution satellites. I don't know how to get there though. I don't know if we have an invest yet. Let's see, mesoscale floaters. Oh, we do have a floater already. Cool. So this is really high resolution stuff right here. I love it. This is really bubble. You can really see the bubbling of our system. High intense. And there's all kinds. You can look at water vapor loop. And you can see infrared. Holy cow, that thing is... I wish it would go a little more to the north, but that's all we got. That's the floater. That's as far up north as it goes. But intense convection going on with our system. Right now it's just a blob, believe it or not. There's really no... I can't believe there's really no sign of... it's just a big broad area of low pressure because of that CAG yesterday. So it's going to take time to develop, but it's trying. There's a little wind shear down there, but man, it's bubbling away. Bubble. So, Jack, I've done the same. I got some bricks I made in the backyard. The only problem with the bricks in the backyard is I fall asleep back there and Julie leaves me and we have alligators. I woke up one time with a damn deer literally looking right at me. It looked like that scene from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles when the deer saw and they're like, bah! And I was like, bah! And the deer started running. This thing's going to jump on me. But yeah, and then they rust out. They do. I know they rust out. But you know, that's what I said. They're only good for a season, right? I mean, I've got the clay chimney as a crack. I have a bad habit of throwing lighter fluid and get it way too hot. So it's a seasonal thing. Ramona from Lake Arthur, Louisiana. You follow Gulf Coast hurricanes over there, Jesse Ventura? And I feel bad for everybody down south. I posted about getting wood, and of course there's a lot of trees down south, but I don't have a truck to bring home the wood. So it's... Oh, Eric, you got any car shows coming up? We got our local... Oldsmar has their second Friday this Friday. So if you're in the area, support Oldsmar. They're doing a nice... get together downtown. Danielle, what's the Karl time frame? Well, it's going to bubble out there for about 2 days, Wednesday, Thursday, and it could drift back towards Mexico Friday, Saturday. So it does have a couple days of possibility trying to organize. So that's that. And I do have crusty flip-flops. Store them. I'm not going to store them, Bill. I was lazy, man. Hey, look at that. Steve watching from Angel Fire, New Mexico. Now, where the heck is that? We haven't done this a lot this season. I used to do geography. So let's see where Angel Fire is. Here we go. Drum roll. Here we go. We have a viewer right here. Angel Fire. Angel Fire Resort. Right here. Right here. Right there. Right in the center. Okay. You're just north. What is that? Northeast of Albuquerque? Northeast of Santa Fe. I think our buddy, doesn't Jason live out there from Furman? Hey, look, check out this good news. This is unbelievable. Hats off to linemen. Look at this. Florida's down to 9,000 people now without power. Is that not phenomenal or what? Oh, 9,000 now out of power in Florida. Ohio's almost beating Florida now for most power outages. That is just incredible work from the linemen. And they came from all over the United States to help Florida. There were armies and convoys of linemen driving down Interstate 75. They were already lined up. So, man, isn't that amazing? 9,000 people now. That's just amazing. Anyway, what else we got? Nothing much. We'll be live tomorrow. We're going to be tracking this all day for you. Don't forget to support all of our companies that are big fans of our page here. I know we have a lot of people down there. I saw Universal Roof and Contracting guys are down there right now. I saw some videos on their social. But Universal has me on their TV show in the mornings a lot, the radio show, and we advertise their veteran roof giveaway last couple years, and they're great people, but they're down there helping folks. So if you got to get a roof, definitely give them a shout out. Of course, all of our companies here we love to death. But yeah, it's a mess down there. I don't know if I'm going to get to go back down there. I was invited to go down possibly to Sanibel. The gentleman messaged me. If you're watching, I do want to take you up on that offer. Robert. So reach out, Robert. You can email me on my site up top here. Email Mike. Let me know what's cooking. So Tricia, man, your husband came from Illinois. Man, good job, Tricia. Tell him. But I just can't believe they got the power back so fast. And I think our infrastructure is really good down here. When I went to Ida, they had thousands of poles down. I didn't see a lot of poles down. You know what I saw a lot of driving around was light poles. Light poles were down. Light poles were everywhere. Yeah, Heather's down there in Northport. A lot of trees down Northport. A lot of tarps, Jamie Eastwood says, down south. Maria says, deers are good luck. Yeah, GFS, forget about it this year. I'm sticking to it. Hey, I've just not seen good things with GFS at all. But anyway, anything else? We'll just sit back and chill for a few minutes. The bridge, Jack, I heard is coming along so fast. I think a lot of the causeway is already done, so it'll be soon for the causeway to get back, which is good news. For sure. But yeah, we're watching this thing bubble, man. It looks amazing on satellite. This thing is gonna be tricky to watch. But man, confidence is so high that this thing is gonna stay south. So we gotta believe in the models, right? So and hopefully it'll suck up a lot of that heat potential down there and help slow down the rest of the hurricane season. There's day 3 flooding risk. Check this out. This is up north. This is our cold front. It's going to be wrapped here, and a lot of rain pushing in here to the upper north to watch out for. That's flood potential. What else we look at real quick? That's about it, I guess. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on things. Don't forget Christmas time's coming. Shameless plug here, but up top, shop MWP Gear. You can surprise your loved one with an awesome array of products here. We got the original DD, we got the cone head, we got the all kinds of them. We got Hurricane Hunter, I Watch Blob, Storm Chasers, Hurricane Watchdogs. We got the new one, Redneck Storm Chaser, tumblers. I think we got wine tumblers now too. Did they ever update the site? Steel tumbler. We have steel tumbler, pint glasses. I thought we had a... They're not available yet. We had a wine tumbler, but... Oh, look at this. Nope, I thought it was up yet, but no. Anyway, all right. So, steering currents, actually, we have strong upper jet that's going to push Karl, if we get Karl, south. So, Shelly, he was wearing a shirt yesterday. That's cool. Oh, my God. Nope, Joanne, not coming this way. Man, don't get caught up in any hype with this Invest 93 right now. It is expected to stay down in the Bay of Campeche and go back down toward Mexico. So, like Kenny Chesney says, right? I think I'll go back down to Mexico. Robin, there you go. Well, there you go. We have kid-friendly stuff and, you know, latest news on the cruise in March, KB. Well, the news is we got a couple every week signing up. And the big news we found out this week is our locked-in price is about half the price of normal cabins right now. So we are very lucky. We locked in 100 cabins early on, and it's pretty cool. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Got to do it. All right, well, there you go. So we'll be back tomorrow, and keep an eye on Invest 93. No worries yet, especially in the States. But, of course, watching in Mexico, this thing could pop up. The way it's looking now, it's very feisty. I'm really surprised. There's very little circulation, but these things take time. But it's got 2 days over water, so that's the only thing that could really allow this thing to potentially strengthen into something more. So, but, again, the steering currents are very, very locked, solid. And, you know, posted a little tease yesterday about potential storms for the peninsula here. I don't know, you know, the SPC is not showing it, so I got to be careful talking about it too much, but it still looks like this front tomorrow could bring in some surprise little storms. Hard to tell, but I mean, here's the current look here for Thursday morning. I mean, there's our frontal line. I mean, we can look at the windy app. Sometimes it'll show a little bit more on storms approaching. But if we look at Thursday morning, I mean, it's scattered. There's really not going to be a healthy squall line. But there could be some storms across Florida. Upper Gulf tomorrow. So here's the deal tomorrow, still on tap here. Upper Gulf tomorrow, storms possible coming in off the Gulf of Mexico. Here's our low pressure developing. That jet stream's probably going to keep things a little unorganized, but there's storm potential tomorrow for sure. So Upper Gulf tomorrow, going into Thursday for the peninsula, Florida here. So same as yesterday, you know, this little area here, we're just watching Wednesday and Thursday for storms. And then Friday it all shows south and leaves that nothing. So a beautiful weekend. Look at that high pressure Friday. Look at that sucker. And remember, here's the wind pattern. If you're curious, storm's going to be here, right? Well, another pattern. You know, even though the low highs down here, strong jet stream, just everything just preventing this thing from moving north. So, oh man, hey, BOC is Bay of Campeche. Snowbirds. Looking forward to snowbirds. Who said that? That's my race. It's a cool name though, right? I don't know who said that. Who said that? Anyway, all right. Didn't see it. Well, anyway, all right. Have a beautiful day there. Thanks, Bob. Thanks, David. What's that, Kim? Dog snoring, I know. Some people say they like it. I don't know why. Teresa's got coffee and donuts, so that's good. KB, look at that. We got it. Come on, KB. Yep, Kim is amazing. Eric, nice to meet you, bud. Definitely a family cruise. Girls are coming. Shelly's family's coming. Phil's family's coming. So that's cool. All right. Well, we love doing these little get-togethers in the morning. Trent Hogg. That's true. Nobody likes the real snowbirds as they clutter up our highways. No offense to the snowbirds that come down, but we anyway. All right, we'll see everybody tomorrow. All right, and yeah, things are slowing down. Let's keep our fingers crossed, right? Season's inching to an end.